Hello, welcome in a tutorial in which I'm going to explain you how to use the 2D functionality in HairCollect. So when you open HairCollect, you open a project, you immediately enter the 2D mode. You can also go to 3D mode, watch the images, change the parameters of that project. And on the left hand side, you see 4 different options. In the first option, the measurement tools, you can find all the tools to measure and to draw. You have the possibility to clear all the settings. You can also say cancel the last action you did. You have the possibility to enable the delete functionality, in which you can delete different objects. You can choose the classification of your object that you're going to draw. This is an example for roofers, but in by the admin and the classification, you can choose any parameter, any setting you want. You can change the style of your lines. You can choose a dashed line, dotted line. We're going to use a normal line. You can select the width of your line. If you want to draw a circle, you can choose to draw a circle with or without the radius. And for all the tools I'm going to show you, there you can find all the measurement tools. There's a polyline. If I click once, I'm able to draw one polyline. If I double click, it will continue drawing the same object. For example, if I click once, I can draw one polyline. Example, which is very useful to measure a fence or draw a single line. So one polyline, one click is continue to the next segment, double click is finish it. So as we double clicked, we can draw a second polyline. Then I can, if I only click once on the button, I can draw one polyline. And then the tool is automatically changed. So I can delete everything. And you can draw arrows, different sizes, different types of arrows. And you can use this to draw certain elements on the drawing. So a double arrow, an arrow consisting of multiple segments. You have a curved arrow. Okay, let's delete everything again. So with cancel, you can then cancel the last edit, or by clicking delete, you can delete individual objects. When you finished, you can deselect the delete mode and you can continue. Let's show you how to use a polygon, which is the most useful tool to measure surfaces. So for this one, you can choose a classification if you want. So I'm just using a nameless one, a named one, there. And then I'm going to show you how you can measure the surface of this, of these plants here in the middle of the screen. Now select the polygon and you start drawing the area you want to measure. Now I double click, it finishes, and I see that it's 29.8 square meters. You can zoom in and I can edit all the points to make sure they fit nicely the area you want to measure. It's also possible to use a rectangle. It works the same. And after drawing, you can edit it again. You can add a circle. For example, if you want to draw, let's say, put a bush there, and you can click and show it. There's a circle. So I double click is finishing it again. One way how you could use the circle with a radius there. You can measure the radius of the foliage of a tree. Another useful way of using this is if you want to check if you need to install a crane, how far the reach will be. For example, in this house, if you want to put a crane in the center, there you can see how far the reach needs to be to cover the whole building. You can also add annotations, any text you want, say test, and you can add that anywhere in the image. It's also possible to add your own images or icons if you've added them before. You can add them via the admin settings. So here in the 2D, you can upload your own images if you want to use them. Let's go back to the 2D. I'm going to show you another example. There. Let's show you how the annotations work. Under annotations, you can find everything that we've drawn. For each of the items, you can change the name. And you can change the classification, and you can change how it's displayed. If it displays, for example, for them display everything, or just the surface measurements, or just the measurements around, or no measurements, or nothing at all. So you can really tune the drawing to match your needs. It's also possible to add textures. For example, to draw a very basic garden plan. Select a polygon with a certain, for example, with grass as texture, and then you can easily draw the area you want to cover, and we'll add the texture that you've selected. So we have different options: water, stones, wood, grass. Last thing I want to show you is the PDF export. You can find more you can find more information about the PDF export in our tutorial talking about this option. So if you find the button, if you have multiple flights done in the same area, you can use this button to compare between flights. So there's now only one flight, but if you did 2 flights, you could use the slider to compare between the two flights. So all this is also available you can also go to a tablet mode, and you can select the base maps you want. You can do a lot of things. So I hope that you liked this tutorial. I invite you to listen to watch the other tutorials on our YouTube channel. I wish you a pleasant day. Thank you, and talk to you soon. Bye.